The iPhone 13, the Max, the Mini, the Pro Max, whatever it is that there's out there, it's all the new hotness. The bee's knees, as the kids say these days. But nothing in this world is perfect. So, in this video, we're going to talk about everything that's wrong with the iPhone 13 line. Let's do it. Friends on YouTube, my name is Jason, and this is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech, so honest it hurts. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you'll come back again, and if you've been here before, thank you for being a card-carrying member of the Wizard Squad. If you are new here and you want to come back and see more tech-related stuff, iPhone, Android, all kinds of audio, all the stuff, whatever it is that you might want to see, then hit that subscribe button. And please delicately apply a tap on the bell notification icon so you know when there's more Painfully Honest available to you. If you want to avail yourself of more Painfully Honest stuff, we have painfullyhonesttech.com where you can sign up for the newsletter. You've got memberships that are available down below where you'll get additional Painfully Honest content, plus some merch and other stuff that's down there. Coffee mugs, smartphone cases, t-shirts. It's all good. It's all good. You should check it out. Obligatory advertising over. Let's move on. Like I said, this video, we're going to talk about everything that's wrong with the iPhone 13, the Mini, the 13, the Pro Max, everything that's wrong. It's not coming just from me. I asked you, the Painfully Honest viewer, the Painfully Honest brethren, members of the Wizard Squad and future members of the Wizard Squad, what you thought the iPhone 13 needed, and folks, you did not disappoint. Between Twitter and my YouTube community page, I got over almost 250 responses, almost 300 responses. They're still coming in right now. Some of your requests were brief, some were copious, detailed. Some things popped up more than others, and some were just odd. So let's go through a few of them, and at the end we'll have a little list of action items for Tim Cook and the good people over at Apple to use as they continue to work on the iPhone 14. So here we have a collection of responses from Twitter. We've got Carl and Dan and Zach and Ahmed and Cool Puddle. Everybody is saying USBC. USBC was probably among the most popular, if not the most popular answer in this. I have to tend to agree, but I do not think that Apple is ever going to put USB-C on an iPhone. Why, you might ask? Good question. The reason being, they make a ton of money off the MFI certification that they sell to different companies to be able to make lightning adapter peripherals. They make huge bank on that every year, and I don't see them going away from it until they decide to go completely portless, which will probably happen within the next year or two. I don't know. Ask John Prosser. Somebody probably already told him. Unfortunately, though, the USB-C is somewhat necessary for one of the features that Apple gave us this year. Now that we can record ProRes video on our phones, those video files are huge. And not only is it going to take a while to upload to the cloud, trying to download ProRes video through a lightning cable is kind of like taking one of those cocktail straws with the tiny little holes in it and drinking like, a freshwater lake or something. It's just going to take forever. It's going to be a big bone of contention as that feature rolls out. Apple is going to get a lot of heat for it, and I think rightly so. USB-C is something that should be on the iPhone right now, and unfortunately, it's not. Vying for the top spot among things that people want to see on the iPhone is the always-on display, like this. Right? The always-on display is a very popular feature, and it's been something that's been on Android phones for quite some time. And I don't know if all of the people who have asked for the always-on display are Android users or if they just want to have what Android has. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that always-on display hasn't been a thing with the iPhone. It seems like something that wouldn't be that hard to implement, and with the new gains in battery life that Apple has had over the past couple of generations, it doesn't seem like it would probably hit the battery that hard. So maybe we'll see it. I don't know. Tim, the people are speaking. Please give us the always on display. It would be great. Now we start to see a bunch of different things. We saw a lot of split screen multitasking, or more freedom to move things around off the grid in the home screen. Surprisingly, not a lot of people said anything about the notch. And you would think that, given the amount of complaining that we hear about the notch, that a lot of people would be saying notch, 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 notch. But I would say it's like somewhere, in the back half of the top 10 in terms of how many people wanted the notch to go away, or at least they said so. And I really do think, as I said in my iPhone review earlier, that the notch has become less of an issue these days because a lot of people are using dark mode on their phones, and a lot of times when you're using dark mode, you very rarely see the notch at all. A lot of people complained about the notifications. I tend to like the way that iOS notifications work a little bit better. Inside of, like notifications will be nested inside of their apps. So here we have Reddit has a bunch, we can show less, etc., etc. Here on Android, you notice that it's not that way, and I have a feeling there's a way that you could do it. However, it's not like natively that way. So Loki27 here says that he loves the way Face ID works, but wishes that iPhones would bring back the fingerprint sensor. And that was another very popular request. However, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I know some people want to have it on the power button. I know some people think, it could be under the screen. Apple typically only gives you one choice when it comes to authentication, or two choices, I guess: passcode and in this case, Face ID. Face ID being, in my estimation, the most reliable and the most seamless way to get into a phone. Some people brought up the good point that not having a fingerprint reader in pandemic times when everybody has to wear a mask makes it difficult, and you always have to put your passcode in if you're wearing a mask and you're out and about or whatever. That's a good argument, and Apple could, I guess, make an exception due to this situation to their rule of only one kind of biometric authentication per device. But so far, they haven't done it. I do understand why people want to see it, though. Jerry S. here is asking for a lot of things that we've already touched on. He's also asking for micro SD support as well as dual SIM support, which I do believe in some places iPhones can do like a dual SIM digitally. I'm not sure about that 100%. Software selectable charge rate. The iPhone actually has built into it like its own sort of charge algorithm, so I think that's already covered. And then also the ability to close all open apps with one click. And what he's referring to is this. When you open up the iPhone and you fly up here, then you see like all of the apps that are open, right? This is a lot of apps. In order to close all these apps, I would have to go like 100 times, right? So it's just kind of annoying. On Android, however, when you do this, you can go like this, and there's a button that says close all, and they all go away, and it's done. That is a fair request, Jerry, and I think you might have been the only one who asked for that, but it is something that I would love to see. Here we got into some of the more bizarre requests, and I just thought I'd include them because they just seemed not necessarily weird, but just they were kind of one-offs that I didn't really think I would see. T9 dialing. I didn't think I'd ever see someone asking for T9 dialing again. Restart button. But if you want to restart your iPhone, you just double press these, and then you have to power it off, but then you turn it back on. File management system. I know that a lot of people don't like the way that the files are managed on iOS, but it is getting better. At least on iPad, I've been able to use the file management system and be kind of happy with that. So there's that. Some people want Apple Pencil support. I don't think that the giant Apple Pencil would be great on the iPhone, but I would like to see pen support of some kind. If it's a smaller stylus, that would be cool. Sean wants the battery percentage back. I hear you, Sean. I hear you. I know it seems like we could have got the battery percentage back because the notch got smaller, but I actually like not having the battery percentage right there in my face. I tend to not get as much battery anxiety when I don't see the percentage there. I mean, it goes down and it could be 50%, it could be 60%. I don't even know. It could be 40%. I don't know. But if you want to see the battery percentage, it's just a quick swipe down and then you see that the battery percentage is right there. So to me, that's sort of not a big deal. And actually, I like this better, but your mileage may vary. Peter wants reverse reverse wireless charging. I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. So that's kind of a Samsung thing. I don't see many other people bringing that up. And Mateo wants a vapor chamber. And the spelling is maybe a little confusing. I'm not a big fan of vapors in general. I think it's a disgusting thing. Or you could mean vapor with an OR, which then there's no overheating problem with the iPhone anytime ever. So I don't think we need a cooling chamber for the iPhone. Some people just like to watch the world burn. And so my friend El Jefe from El Jefe Reviews asks for a 244 hertz display. To which I can only say, Jefe, you are a monster and you need to be stopped. There is one more request that several people had, but not as many as I thought might have it. And I felt like it was worthy of including here because it is something that has that the iPhone does not feature, and I kind of feel strongly about it. Headphone jack. XXX wants the headphone jack back. I too would love to listen to lossless music plugged into my iPhone. Unfortunately, you have to find different ways to do that. I have videos about how you can do that I'll link down in the description below, and you can go check those out, in fact. But yes, I would love to see the headphone jack come back. However, it's been years. It's not going to happen, and we just have to cry into our cereal and be done with it. So there we go. That is the list. It's not the entire list. There were lots and lots of responses. As I said, lots of people wanted to see different things from the iPhone and had these ideas about what could make the iPhone 13 better. These were mostly just either interesting or the most popular. Among the most popular always on display, fingerprint reader, USB-C were among the most popular. And so Apple, if you're listening, I think that those are things that people would like to see in your devices. Maybe work on that. I hope this was a fun video for you guys. I really enjoyed pulling it all together. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What was left out? What should have been included more? What is a ridiculous request or anything like that? And we'll be sure to have a boisterous discussion once we're down there. But if you want to see more painfully honest stuff about Apple, there's a fun video that I'm going to link here. So you can click on that. There's links to playlists down below as well that will give you more Apple and Android related stuff, as well as audio, as I said. There's also links to all the gear that I use to make these videos, and there's a link that'll help you find me on all the different social medias. Once again, thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This has been Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest, it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.